Final supplementary.
Back to the Premier. Sadly, none of the promises the Premier is speaking about are in the bill, Speaker. It's clear the government's budget and legislation is all about serving the Liberals' self-interest, not the interests of families or businesses. Big talk, election promises, but nothing to implement them. All aspirational, nothing operational. The Premier wrote many checks in the budget, Speaker, but the bill is proof she knows those checks would have bounced. Loopholes to allow the government to increase taxes by $2 billion on Ontario families and businesses, and loopholes to allow them to continue to pad the pockets of insiders with their cap-and-trade slush fund. It's clear this is all about trying to fool the people of Ontario just before an election. Speaker, to the Premier, the party with the taxpayers' money is over, and our message to the people of Ontario, help is on the way.
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Minister of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs is warned. Premier.
You know, Mr. Speaker, the woman who came up to me when I was standing on the bridge in Pickering at the GO station, who came up to me and said, please, please make sure that you get that childcare in place. She's actually not interested in a slogan. She's actually not interested in a faulty analysis of a piece of legislation that, you know, the budget bill, Mr. Speaker, it lays out the aspects of the budget plan that need legislative change. There's a difference between policy and legislation, Mr. Speaker, and I'm sure that the member opposite knows that, but he's been handed a piece of paper with a series of slogans on it, slogans that are not going to help one child get childcare, not going to help one senior get more home care, not going to help one teenager get mental health, Mr. Speaker, mental health support. Those slogans are not going to cut it, Mr. Speaker. We need to make sure that we put the supports in place that people are looking for, and what he is talking about, Mr. Speaker, is cutting across government that will not serve the people of this